Now we're going to have a look at something else, RC, today,
so.
aren't we?
It's a classic.
This is a classic, isn't it? Now, let's have a look.
Where is
Let's
it?
get this one out of the way.
I'll keep it on my side.
Keep it over there.
Keep it safe.
This one here is the Slash.
Move this away for a moment.
Now, anybody that knows RC cars probably knows the Slash. Traxxas, I'd like to think, probably invented the short course genre. Probably what, in excess of 25 years ago.
Yeah, when it first came out, yeah.
The Slash has been around in a couple of incarnations. I think first was two-wheel drive.
Yep.
Then they did an update and updated it to 2.4 gear, and then they did a four-wheel drive, and now they've they do a VXL option, which is a super high-speed power one.
And this is the ultimate version as well.
Yeah, and this is a limited edition Fox release one. So this is a limited edition, special edition VXL. So we're going to have a little bit of an unboxing. What do you think?
Let's have a look.
Have you got a knife here? Because it is brand new. Hang on.
You good?
I think we can do this one. We have the technology. Let's have a look. Get this out of the way. Oh, it's got that new car smell.
New car smell?
Who knows that? Let's have a look. What comes out? Look at that.
So,
I won't get the transmitter out.
All Traxxas come with the body in a bag to protect it. The bodies are quite well painted and done up, so you don't want to have them scratching in the box. So that's a really nice touch.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So they really put a lot of effort and detail into their bodies, Traxxas, and I think that's one of the most appealing things, and it's probably one of the more costly aspects of making the cars on this level is actually the level of detail and the quality of finish on the actual car.
Look at it.
It is really nice. Anybody who likes Collingwood Football Club, as do I, will probably like this body. But yeah,
shiny.
Black and white, Fox brand. That's a brand that's been synonymous with off-road racing, motocross and stuff since the 80s, I want to say. So Traxxas and them have got together and collaborated to make a special edition Fox release Slash VXL. So most of you might have not
camera.
seen the familiar tub chassis. So it's really quite good in that it's very stiff and strong, but sort of bendy and pliable at the same time. So it has lots of give in it, so it can take lots of abuse without just breaking to bits. People say, oh, it's got plastic drive shafts and everything. Yes, it does, but it's a very good plastic. It's not like made from Coke bottle material. It is really good.
It's like the chassis too. So it's quite a complicated mold for the chassis. It's all one piece. Yeah, and it's got all these parts designed into it.
Bracing and webbing,
so you imagine when it's actually injected that the plastic's going in the correct places to give it that give, as you see.
Yeah.
And the same with the drive shafts.
Yeah.
Because that's fiberglass.
Yeah, that's fiberglass reinforced, isn't it?
Yep. And the drive shafts would be fiberglass reinforced.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but they are a really good package. Like I said, they've been around in one form or another for in excess of 25 years now.
And they're very maintainable.
Very maintainable.
You can see the two bolts up here.
Yep.
Because you can remove the front and the rear end. With a few screws, you kind of release the front end and the rear end.
About 6 screws, isn't it? It's quite a modular setup.
Yeah.
Undo the servo horn.
And then you can maintain everything.
Easier servicing.
Your slipper clutch here. So it's very accessible, really. They've developed in a way where they haven't done big changes over time, but they address the simplicity
and
of the
super reliable.
Very reliable.
On 2S, like this thing is rated to 3S and 100 kilometers with the, they give you another pinion gear in here to really gear it up. You do have to buy a Traxxas optional battery cradle to take 3S. Yes, 3S is fantastic for speed runs, but I really think 2S is its happy place. The motors, the speedies, and the truck itself will last a lot longer and probably give you a bit more enjoyable at 60, 70 kilometers an hour than it will tearing around at 100 trying to rip itself to bits. So it is 3S capable. I try and recommend most people for 2S because I really believe that they get better value out of them
and
on
longer,
2S.
Life expectancy for the car, for the engine, for the motor, for the speed controller,
for everything. It is really just I can't even explain the wear and tear that a 3S puts on these cars. And they are capable and very capable. But for anything more than speed runs, I really suggest people stick with the 2S. And there's no reason. I mean, we get we get these come in to service and repair that are like 15, 20 years old.
And it's still
Like,
going.
Still going, and the parts are available. Parts are still available, and I don't think they're going anywhere in a hurry.
No.
And even if they do get superseded by a new model, then this one has got that much legacy. I think that the parts around both through Traxxas and in the aftermarket will be around for another 20 years.
Right.
So a really good value model, a really good looking shell to commemorate their collaboration with Fox. Yeah, I really like.
And to say this car you can upgrade a lot. If you like to fiddle, which is very typical, you can upgrade virtually anything. There's so much from Traxxas. So Traxxas has a number of upgrades, but then you have companies like RPM that do some incredible parts for the Slash.
So Traxxas offer full range of alloy uprights, alloy shocks, and that alloy stuff is really good quality.
Absolutely.
Their shocks and stuff, like you go, oh, Traxxas not really a performance brand, but their alloy stuff is actually really nice.
I agree.
It's not the cheapest, and so it shouldn't be, because it is actually really good quality stuff.
And I guess in the next couple of weeks, we're going to do some videos on tires and wheels and body shell, because you can upgrade the body if you want to get something different. Get a clear body painted
Absolutely.
up. So
being a short course truck, the bodies do take a hell of a time, because they're at the outside level with the wheels.
That's right.
They're on top, so anything you hit or bump into, the body is going to feel. There's no wings sitting above it to take out. There's no shock tower at the front. It is all about the body and the bumpers. You know,
the bumpers are really important. I think that's one of the reasons why this car is really tough, because you've got the bumper at the front and at the back protecting. So when you crush it, the bumper is protecting the wheels.
Yeah, well, they've sort of got this like crumple zone or energy absorption system, haven't
That's
they?
really clever.
If we're looking at the overhead camera here, you can see here it's got a lot of flex. I mean, I won't do it too hard. This is somebody's going to be brand new car, but you can see that it's got a lot of give, and that's what it's designed to do.
Absolutely.
And I really think that Traxxas have really, developed a really good ready to run product, and that's probably why they are the leaders in the ready to run market, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And then you've got the things like their after sale, like their social media, their app.
That's right.
This has also got the same transmitter that they use a lot along the TQI.
That's right.
So you buy the Bluetooth module for the transmitter, and you can have a look at all your data logging controls, if you upgrade your servos.
Speed and all that. And TSM actually, which is a kind of a stability or traction
control. To make it more manageable. Because when these things start getting up over 80 kilometers an hour, that can be quite a handful. And you'll notice here, in the bag of spares, we've got a range of spring preload collars here, so you can change your ride height. We've actually got shock pistons in here. We've got a range of Allen keys and a wheel wrench. I noticed that we've got shock pistons in here, so if you want to rebuild your shocks and get it tuned different.
They're a protector for the bodies, actually.
Yeah, we've got Teflon skids for the body.
Oh, yeah. You can see them here. I haven't seen this before. It's actually quite nice. You can put them on the body.
Put them on the post.
And it makes the body last a lot longer.
And we've got the foam
for the battery
for different battery configurations. 2S, 3S. Fantastic thing, I think.
Chris is suggesting that MIP drive shaft. There you go. And it's very true. I think we have some at Hobbies.
Steam loco just going by.
A steam loco, that's right.
That's true. Can anyone hear it?
Buff and Billy's come to Melbourne.
Yes.
MIP, they do great stuff for these slashes, rustlers.
That's right.
The whole Traxxas range.
That's right.
I think X-Max as well.
The
They've started doing. The TRX4, of course, because people really get into customizing their TRX4.
And game changers.
Brilliant.
Really good, really good. So another great product there from Traxxas. Get out there and play with your RC cars. That's what it's all about.
All-time favorite.
I think so.